It was a life-changing journey for TV presenter Timmy Mallet, cycling more than 1,000 miles from his home in Berkshire to Santiago de Compostela in Spain. The pilgrimage and the paintings he created along the way are part of a book he's written about his life. Timmy told me the trip was in memory of his brother.
My big brother Martin was a profound inspiration for this because he had Down syndrome, and with language and learning difficulties he still managed to make the most of every single day. He would say, "You and me, I'm happy, my bubba." And I love that feeling of being rooted in the moment. And the idea was to follow this adventure of the ancient pilgrimage route, the Camino de Santiago. And I decided to cycle this without any backup and with no pre-planning, carrying with me my paints. But I also carried something very special. I carried a Martin Mallet name tag.
Yeah, so I've got one of those. These are just like the name tags you'd have when you were at school and your parents would sew them into your clothes.
Exactly. My big brother Paul found these and he said you might want to use them to mark your journey. And so all the way across Europe there are Martin Mallet name tags, and I've drawn a map which goes in the very pink map in the front of my book, which shows the exact GPS and what 3 words code of every single name tag right the way across Europe. And so with those language and learning difficulties, he's part of my adventure and my journey. And by painting it, I had to stop. You have to stop and be involved in your environment, much as Martin would do. Stop and meet people.
And you painted some absolutely brilliant scenes, really lovely paintings.
Utterly brilliant.
Utterly brilliant paintings.
Thank you.
One of my favourites is the blue shutters.
Ah, an act of random kindness that came from a 10-second photo opportunity. I see these blue shutters and beautiful wisteria and I stopped to take a photo, and this voice behind me said, "Bonjour, blah, 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 blah." I said, "Oh, terribly sorry, you know, I'm admiring your beautiful garden." And she said, "Ah, we used to live in Oxford and we love the English gardens, and it inspired us to do this very colourful garden. Come and have a look." And so I ended up painting her, reading Cyrano de Bergerac in French to me. And then at the end of the painting, they said, "Stay and have a meal and there's a bed for the night." And I'm going, an act of random kindness that came from a 10-second photo opportunity. That's what happens when you go expecting the unexpected.
And I suppose having that journey makes you inevitably look back and reflect, because it's a time for introspection, isn't it, when you're doing that trip? And your broadcasting career starts at Radio Oxford, you go through the telly stuff with the Mallet, you've done theatre stuff. When you look back, what do you think about your career?
I'm reminded of something that somebody said to me along the way. They said, "Dream big and your life can be big." The opposite of that, of course, is dream small and your life will be small. And starting at Radio Oxford and doing Whack-A-Day, itsy bitsy, now the painting and cycling across Europe, I'm reminded that I just want to try it. I want to give it a go, inspired by Martin, my Down syndrome brother, to be the best that we can be, to reach our potential. That's what this story's about.
It's a great story and it is a brilliant tribute to Martin. Timmy,
God bless you. Thank you very much. Dream big.